Well, hello tubers. I trust you're doing well no matter where you are in this digital universe we call YouTube. Now today we're going to do a retrospective of all the crazy places I've traveled to in the last 30 months in Europe and around North America, and even to Hawaii a few times. Since I had enough material to do a really long video, I'm going to give you a really long video today, so let's get on it.
Well, good morning everybody. It's like Christmas morning for me. I woke up at 4 in the morning and I'm heading to work for the very last time. And I work up here in these towers. And I think I'm the first one there, probably. So I'll show you what my day would normally look like. First I have my expensive parking. I got a transponder that opens the gate like that. And up I go to the roof.
It's a Sunday morning rain.
Love this thing about retirement that's sitting next to the elevator. I bet you there's nobody here and the lights are off. Let's file myself in. There we go. And I'm the first one here because I'm retiring today. So let's turn the lights on. Here we go. And here, folks, is my office, which I'm going to clean out today for the last time. Yeah. If you notice, my screensaver on my government computer is Sammy the Pooper.
From Metro Town, keep your wheels on the ground. And Tom Jones says, always charge the shooter.
Welcome, YouTubers, to Whitehorse, Yukon, in Canada's far north. Whitehorse is the largest city north of 60, as they say. That's 60 degrees. And oddly, very few Canadians even go north of 60, though the travel is definitely worth it. Now, I did grow up here in the 70s, and I've been back many times, and of course to Alaska. And Whitehorse is a vibrant city of arts and culture to over 25,000 people, and is the southern hub of commerce. And for you city slickers, yes, Whitehorse does have Starbucks, McDonald's, movie theaters, and a Walmart, and you can even park your RV there. Anyway, I will let the Yukon speak for herself in terms of how beautiful she is.
Do you see me standing here? I got nothing without you. You got nothing left to lose tonight.
So here we are, heading across the border on a very rainy day. And we're crossing into Alaska. Here we are. Welcome to Hyder, Alaska. Entering America. Let's pull over and let's breathe that American freedom. Now it's a miserable day and the mushrooms are going great. But the turbidity is a bit too much at Fish Creek to see the grizzlies or the brown bears today. So I'm going to be here for the weekend and hopefully the weather will break. I looked at the forecast and it should break. So I should catch them before I leave. But in the meantime, I'm just chilling here with Sammy the Pooper, and the tourist season's kind of over, and apparently even Camp Runamuck is closing on the 15th of September. And this place really becomes a true ghost town. But hey, it's Hyder, Alaska. It's kind of cool, you know, on the edge of the Tongass National Forest, which actually where Fish Creek is in Tongass. So they actually don't even collect fees to observe the bears effective tomorrow. I was just there and talked to one of the rangers and he said, hey, I don't want to take your money. Come back tomorrow, it's free. So hey, typical small town, people are very honest. Even Camp Runamuck, when I showed up, there's a sign on the door saying, hey, we'll catch you later if we're not around, or send us your credit card number and square up later. So it's kind of a cool town. I already met Mike, who bought a lot here for 10,000 bucks. He lives in a travel trailer. So Mike might be stopping by later. Really cool people, friendly people. That's kind of the Hyder way, I think. Glad I'm here, and if I see some grizzlies over the weekend, you will too. Well, good morning, tubers. It's still very early, but here I am in my cabin, so let's check it out. Well, tubers, as you can tell, it's a very utilitarian cabin. There's only 74 cabins here on the Northern Adventure, and it was built in Italy, so it's got the Euro outlets, but at least they were smart enough to put a few regular Western ones in. And of course we got all the safety equipment, cabinets, flotational devices. The bathroom is pretty much RV sized. Euro appliances. And of course got a shower. At least that's some sewerage I will never have to dump. Somebody else can dump it. And it's an outside cabin. I got a window. It's still dark outside, so not much to see. I'll show you what the ship looks like once we get underway. But we all had to get up so damn early to check in. I think I got up at like 4:30. So I'm gonna have a nap till the sun comes up and just chill. Sammy the Pooper's got to spend the time down on the car deck. They don't let dogs up, so it's just the way it is, folks. Anyway, at least I got some privacy and a place to get some rest, because we don't get in till around midnight. So by the time they unload, so it'll be past midnight. So anyway, folks, that's what the cabin looks like.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's
Well, bonsoir,
apply the curve.
I'm coming to you from Abbeville, France. And I chanced upon this wonderful little village. I'll show you a little view from outside my Romeo and Juliet balcony. And I drove through about 100 villages. I have no itinerary, but I wanted to find that perfect place. And I came upon this place, and I was very, very, very happy with this village here. So I'll be here for a couple days checking out the area. I'm in northern France. So anyway, here's my room. This is like an upgrade room. They even have freebies
all that stuff. This is called the privilege room, so you can help yourself to. I got some fruit in there that I bought at a market. Trying to eat better like the French. Only bad things, I bought some French cigarettes there. But the beautiful thing that I had to check out was my converter. This is a foreign converter that dumps out only 60 watts. It's very heavy, but it works. Because without it, I wouldn't be able to do videos for you guys because my laptop wouldn't have enough power. But here's a map of northern France. I'm right in the village of Abbeville. Well, I wouldn't call it a village. It's like an old medieval town. It's very très European, where the shower and sink are separate from the toilet area. And I figured, hey, I want to go a little bit. Ain't much to see there. It's just a toilet anyway. But I like it. Not cheap. I wouldn't call it expensive either, but the major tourist season's over. So anyway, I just wanted to say that when I got into Paris is a shithole, like in terms of traffic. Oh, the uncontrolled roundabouts, traffic circles are crazy with Syrian refugee kids with signs in French begging for money. And then of course we had gypsies. It was insane. And having almost 3 car accidents within about 20 minutes of being in the northern end of Paris, which is kind of a shitty part of town anyway. I said, screw that. I just started driving north. And I said, I'm going to just go take the back routes. That way I don't have to pay any tolls, because France has a lot of toll roads. So anyway, I'm here safe and sound with my Fiat Panda. I'll show you a clip of me picking it up at the airport right now. That's how I'll close this video up. Anyway, in the meantime, folks, keep your wheels in the ground while I'm away. Stay safe. Au revoir. Well, bonjour, my YouTube followers here. I'm at the Charles de Gaulle Airport picking up my rental car. Now, part of the reason I'm actually showing you the car isn't to show you the car, but it's more for insurance purposes. I want to document any potential damage it may have. So anyway, it's a model that you don't get in the U.S. or Canada. It's a Fiat. Found fix it again, Tony, I guess. So I've got an Italian standard, of course. But anyway, this is what the Panda looks like. It's a manual transmission, of course. I think I got air conditioning. Hey, at least it's a 4-door. Anyway, that's the Fiat Panda. I'll let you know what it's like. Anyway, I gotta hit the road. Au revoir for now. Well, good day, tubers. Today I'm coming to you from Alt, France, on the actual coastline. It's a bit of a foggy day, but we're going to do this video in the car because it's about driving in France. And driving in France is different than driving in North America because the highway and road numbers keep changing. It is not like when you get on Interstate 90 and you're either going to go west or east and you stay on Interstate 90. No, the numbers keep changing here and it'll drive you batty and you'll go in the wrong direction. So the way you navigate in France is you pick the city or a major city that you're going. Say you're heading to Lyon. Well, you keep following signs that say Lyon. Or if you are suddenly, you find you're going the other direction, there's always signs that say outre direction or something like that. My pronunciation, of course, is horrible. C'est terrible, as they would say. But downloading a navigation system, I'm using Sygic. Now, to avoid data costs, what you want to do is download that from home, so you can see, you get a three-dimensional image of where I am right now. It does help. And the speed limits, here, I'll show you what it looks like outside here. It's a quaint little seaside village. The speed limits keep changing
constantly. They go from 50 in these villages to 90, sometimes 110, and this thing will warn you, and it'll beep at you if you're exceeding the speed limit. And this doesn't use data. I think it was about 700 or 800 megabytes to download the map for France, and you can do that on any smartphone. I'm not sure if this is the best or whatnot, but it does work, and I highly recommend it. So that's the kind of day it is here. I am literally driving in France. Of course, you better learn how to drive a stick, because the cheapest cars are standard, and standard is pretty common. And I don't know, I think it should be the law that everybody should know how to drive a standard car. Well, time to hit the road. See you guys soon.
To guide the starlight and over the sky, she would rise to meet the sunlight. Her every breath should amplify the wind. I can see through the dust. I wish to manage all the mistrust, all doubt and despair of the present is a miscast. Unfit to be the destiny she wears. Tonight is an open heart. Tonight it's a brand new start. And I think it all could fall apart. Like a phoenix rise, it is in her eyes. Tonight it can turn around. Tonight has a different sound, and I wish to call it out aloud. Like a phoenix rise, take it to the skies. She was born to be great. She was meant to find her soulmate. Like beats through the night, making music with the street lights. A creaky note, surrender in her mind. Tonight is an open heart. Tonight it's a brand new start, and I think it all could fall apart. Like a phoenix rise, it is in her eyes. Tonight it can turn around. Tonight has a different sound, and I wish to call it out aloud. Like a phoenix rise, take it to the skies. I wish to call like a phoenix rise, it is in her eyes. I wish to call, I wish to call like a phoenix rise, take it to the skies. Tonight is an open heart. Tonight it's a brand new start. Tonight is an open heart. Like a phoenix. Tonight is an open heart. Tonight it's a brand new start. Tonight is an open heart. Like a phoenix. Tonight is
Today I had some fun on the Autobahn. I'll show you some footage here where the freeway speed goes from nothing to 130. Let's just slow her down a little bit, slow her down. We got some bumps up ahead or something. I love that. It's hilarious. Germans here drive real vehicles, at least more of them do than in France. A lot more real German vehicles like BMWs and Mercedes, Audi, things like that. So I couldn't really drive that damn Fiat more than 150 kilometers an hour. I'm just it's just too risky. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's I'm in a really modern hotel here. I think I paid about 130 euros. I'm right in Heidelberg. So I'll show you some footage of what Heidelberg looks like. You got the castle and whatnot, but I'll show you my bathroom here. It's very Euro chic. It's got that very chic, clean European look. But yeah, it's funny how few Germans are left in Germany. if you walk around Heidelberg like I just did a little shopping. Everybody speaks English, and a lot of people are not white anymore. Adolf Hitler would roll in his grave if he saw that today, which I think is hilarious. But, hey, Germany isn't quite as multicultural as Vancouver is yet, so I don't know. Not that I have a problem with multiculturalism. It's just an interesting observation. Anyway, folks, I will share more of Germany and Europe as I travel.
Walk with me, lead the way, I will follow. You woke me up, I no longer feel hollow. We can help each other through this ever-changing
Kind of a very interesting place with interesting 275 square miles of gypsum sand dunes, and of course they allow dogs, so Sammy's having a great time trying to figure out what this gypsum is all about. It's one big sandbox. Probably better for cats to come, if you know what I'm saying. Now you can actually bring a sled and do tobogganing down the sand dunes, but apparently I can buy a sled at the gift shop if I want to try it. But I've done real tobogganing with real snow, but it's very, very blinding because this gypsum sand is very, very bright. It's like snow. Oh, and the dog is going crazy. She's doing a gypsum bath here. I'll video it. Anyway, it is a beautiful day here. Not much wind, perfect temperature, not too hot, not too cold, and not too crowded in terms of other tourists. So I like it. This is kind of cool. It was on my to-do bucket list. Never made it here before, but I did today. Now this sand blows around constantly, kind of like snow, and they've got heavy equipment clearing the road because if they didn't do it, the road getting in here would just be covered and you wouldn't be able to get into the National Monument. But interesting, a lot of things you just don't think about. Now the striking geography of this place kind of also reminds me of where the first atomic bomb was detonated, which is actually not too far from here in Trinity. And when you're driving out here to Alamogordo, oh Sammy, settle down. You kind of realize this is the ultimate place to detonate a nuclear bomb. There's a whole lot of nothing out here, and it has a certain rugged natural beauty that I think everybody should see. Definitely worth coming to. I can't stress that enough, especially on a beautiful day like today.
Please wait up for me tonight. I'll be straight over after work this time. We can greet the morning light. It started out like a fling, but for me it has turned into something else completely. Yes, I see something in our future. I hope I'm not mistaken or blind, 'cause I can see us have.
I am at the Titan Missile Museum, which has a decommissioned intercontinental ballistic missile here, which is kind of cool. It's something you can't see while you're up in Canada, so definitely was on my to-do list.
Taking one step at a time. I feel the scars and the blisters. Now I just gotta give up and resign. I am going fast, going on falling head over heels. Just turn around and start over. I wanna know how it feels. What's the purpose of love?
This would not survive under my nuclear blast because there's nothing to protect it. So, Air Force knew they had to protect the crew and their missile from that nearby nuclear strike so that they could launch their missile. So here's what they did. From this threshold on, this is where you would expect to survive a nearby nuclear blast. This is the hardened area. These walls are 4 feet thick. The ceiling and the floor are 5 feet thick. There's literally a forest of rebar, but all this concrete from the size of my wrist to the size of my finger holding it all together. The outside form of the concrete is a 1/4-inch steel plate, mud welded together and grounded, and this is to keep out the electromagnetic pulses that are going to accompany a nearby nuclear blast.
When you come to me, this is killing me. You love me like you do it and hold me close to you, giving love to me. This is killing me. You asked me for a
The first 5 letters and characters in that message is going to tell you what kind of a message you got coming. It could be a jest, it could be a weather message, it could be a world situation, or it could be we're going to World War III has started. And so what we just heard is we're going to get a launch order. Okay? So as soon as you start hearing that, you're going to open up your book. Commander would open up her book, Deputy Commander opened his book, write down the 35 letters and characters that you heard. When it was over with, the announcer would say, I will repeat, and they will exchange books. They will hear the message again. They will make sure that they had written down the same message, and when they agree they had, they knew then it was an order for them to go take their locks off that lake, off that safe. The first thing we got to do is make sure that this message is coming from the only person who's qualified to use nuclear weapons, and that would be the President. We have to make sure this message is coming from him. The first 2 letters on that message is going to tell us which of these cards to take out. Say it was Whiskey Delta. We would take that card out, open it up, inside would be another little card they call the cookie. Whiskey Delta, the first 2 letters, and then 5 or more letters and characters after that. They would compare that with the second line. If they matched completely, they knew they had an order from the President of the United States, so we are in war, and we have been launched on, and we're going to go and start launching our missiles. Next thing on compute out of that message is the time of launch. You're not going to launch all 54 of them at the same time. You're going to compute the launch. Deputy Commander is going to write the clock, the time on this clock. Now everybody knows what time they're going to launch their missile. The next thing on compute out of that message for the first time ever on the premises is the Wi-Fi valve code. You're going to read that to the BMAT, going to put the code in, push the button, turn the green light. The light's going to turn green, look to you and say, Commander, our missile is ready to be launched. The next thing we take out of that red safe are the keys to start the launch. We don't push buttons, we put keys. You would put your key there, the Deputy Commander would put his key over here. These keys are spring loaded to the opposition. They have to be turned within 5 seconds, or they have to be turned within 2 seconds and held for 5 seconds. So, you can't do it alone because they're 7.5 feet apart, neither can I. Commander, put your hand on the left hand on the key, please. I want you to count down 3, 2, 1. When you say after 1, you say launch, and then turn the keys to the right and hold till I tell you to release. It's all yours.
3, 2, 1.
Turn and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can sit back and relax. What you have started, you cannot stop. There's no oops button. It's like shooting a rifle. The bullet's coming out, you can't stop it. There's no way. First green light is launch enabled. All systems are go for the launch. Next light is batteries activated. 2 28-volt direct current batteries on board are now being charged for the first time. 28 seconds later, we're going to get an ABS light telling us the missile has switched to internal power. That 760-ton silo door is now starting to open. We can't feel it or hear it, but it's going to break those tipsies. When it breaks those tipsies, this alarm's going to go off, and we'll know that it did go through the open. Now we have silo soft. Guidance go. The guidance system is now in control of the missile. It will no longer accept any more commands from the McGack. Fuel and oxidizer are being poured into those first 2, that first stage engine. As soon as they touch, they're going to ignite. We're going to have a huge fire in the silo. We're going to have an indication that the engines have ignited, and 4 seconds later we have liftoff. The missile was gone, the crew would never hear or feel it go. The time we turned those keys and the missile was gone, it was 58 seconds. 60 to 6,000 miles or so from here, in about 30 to 35 minutes. Target 2 is going to disappear in a blinding thermonuclear explosion.
Stay classy, Hollywood. We found somebody that just took a shit in the mausoleum, and we know it's human because there's toilet paper. Wow. Well, good day, folks. I am coming to you today from San Fernando Valley, which, of course, as we know, if we know our history, San Fernando was the patron saint of pornography because this is the adult film capital of the world. But I'm not here for that, so just teasing you here. Just here to do a little collaboration video with another YouTuber.
Good day.
Good day, eh? There you go. Hey.
Vince.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
We're looking for Mansfield's grave. How come you Americans can't die in alphabetical order so we can find her faster?
I think it's hard to tell what you're saying, but I think you asked me where Alex Trebek's grave is.
Yes. For $200.
For $200, I'm gonna say I don't know.
I think he's not dead yet.
Oh, he's dead.
And leave it to the Canadian to find Mansfield. I have found it. Now Vince said we were looking for a grave with big boobs, so that's maybe what threw us off. I was kissing Valentino by... Well, thank you for being a friend, traveling up the road and down again. And you know I have to say it, blah, 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 that's all, folks. Okay, well, they suffered in the company of a Canadian all day, so I'll let them just speak for themselves on the misery.
I don't. What did he say? I still don't.
I don't-
What did he?
I don't-
What did you say? I don't understand this foreign language. I just don't get it. Hi.
Hey.
Visit Vince Roca channel. Vince YouTube/Vince Roca. He'll probably maybe he'll put a graphic
Yeah, I'll put a graph right where your fingers, right there.
right there.
Right
Yeah. I don't know. Visit it and we'll give you $1 million.
Oh, shut up.
Everybody gets $1 million
Right.
for
$1
subscribing.
million Canadian dollars.
Sure.
$1 million.
Right.
Yeah. You know,
Funny money.
that's it. We saw dead people and dead animals.
Yeah.
Cover your eyes, promise not to look. The 'cause I got some good news for you. Unexpected surprise, now you're on the hook. Guess what, I booked a ticket for two. I feel stressed and depressed, I feel stuck in a route.
Figured I'd give you guys an update while I have an internet connection. I am currently staying at the Rancho Oso 1,000 Trails way up in the mountains. I figured I'd talk a little bit about that and show you how beautiful and wonderful Santa Barbara really is. It's one of my favorite coastal communities. It's kind of got that Mediterranean look and feel to it, with vineyards and the pastoral landscape that's outside of town in these little valleys with all the vineyards and stuff. It is exquisite, and it kind of reminds me of France and Europe. It's lovely, and everybody should come down to Santa Barbara. And if you ever come down here, you got to hit a concert at the Santa Barbara Bowl. That is one of the coolest venues. I saw James Taylor there about 2 years ago. So just throwing that out there. So anyway, the drive up, I believe, Highway 154 from the 101 to the Rancho Oso 1,000 Trails. Beautiful drive. You get up to a couple thousand feet elevation, and the view is amazing of the ocean, especially on a clear day, and it's been wonderful lately. I'm actually on the beach right now just because there is no internet connection up there. So I'm going to throw that even out there. When you go up there, don't expect TV service or cell phone reception. I'm with T-Mobile and Sprint for data, and it doesn't work. I believe Verizon may work. That's probably the only provider that does. But it's really a nice little park that's kind of tiered on terraces, and there's horses and hiking activities, and a little sense of community where they have wine tasting and dinners together and things like that. It's quaint. It's nice. And we did have a power outage yesterday, and oh my God, one poor lady on oxygen. She had to run a huge noisy generator so she could stay alive. And I'll give you a clip of that. Well, I'm at the Rancho Oso Park, and we have a power outage, and there's a lady with an oxygen generator that needs to run her generator to power the oxygen generator, and it's really noisy. Anyway, that ended, and the power came back a little later than expected, and we're back to business as usual. I'm just saying, if you're an RVer and you're going to come down here with your kids, go to Disneyland and do whatnot, you got to go up on the coast. I'm parked right along the ocean. There's about 200 other RVers that are parked here. You can't sleep here at night, but great place to hang out during the day and just enjoy the beach, enjoy the sun, and get away from the urban sprawl of Los Angeles and whatnot. That's kind of how I like to roll. So in the meantime, folks, stay safe, keep your wheels in the ground. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
It's a perfect day. Yeah, it's a perfect day. Yeah. It's a perfect day.
We have a special RV guest from Las Vegas. When I open the door, he's waiting. So let's say hi.
'Cause the way you look tonight, I'm shaking you up. There's only one way you keep setting me up. There are moments when I feel there's another way out. I'm lucky just to have you on a Saturday night. 'Cause the way you look tonight, I'm
Welcome to
shaking
Canada.
you up. There's only one way.
How's Canada been? You've been here, what, 10 minutes?
Maybe 15.
Yeah, very good. So
Yeah.
the border was good to you?
Very confused. They did not understand the concept of living in Las Vegas and coming to Canada to escape the heat.
And it didn't help that you looked like Heisenberg, so they thought you were cooking some crystal meth.
Where's my money, bitch?
Hello?
Nice try, asshole.
Jesse, where are you?
I'm not doing what you want anymore. Okay, asshole? This is just a heads up to let you know I'm coming for you.
I need to talk to you.
Next time I'm gonna get you where you really live.
Jesse! 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 No!
Jesse? Jesse?
Man, I thought Canada was the perfect place. Really got to get some money. You know, my wife just, I can't ask her for it. I can't go to her and ask her for it.
Check it out, bitch. Put it on.
I can't wear it.
Put it on. Put it on. Come on, dude. Dude. Best disguise ever. Seriously. Yeah, bitch.
I suggest you stop whining like a little bitch.
Bailar, bailar, bailar con mi corazón. Bailar, bailar, bailar con mi corazón.
the ABQ. What up, biatch? Leave us alone.
Hello! You've reached the law offices of James M. McGill Esquire, a lawyer you can trust. Kindly leave your information at the tone, and Mr. McGill will phone you promptly.
Next time I'm gonna get you where you really live.
Jesse, listen.
Jesse? Jesse?
I know all of the words, I've heard them in many voices. I feel them within your eyes, unjudging but disappointed. I'm not the one I used to be. Got someone else infused in me. Say, is this when I give or I give up? It's like I know what to say, but something's getting in the way. This person that you so admire must have been such a bad attire. Always one step ahead, but I can't seem to feel a moment. I'll be peeking through doors, every one of them carefully closing. You don't need to tell, I'm out.
Well, good morning, YouTube people. I'm here at YVR, Vancouver National Airport, flying out to Los Angeles, and I've got a first class ticket here on American Airlines. Let's check it out. Seat 1A. Thank God I get off the plane first.
I was on a plane to California. I had all the time I'd ever need. Did you even know I was looking for you? I think that I was hiding in between. How long, how long, how long did you wait for me? How long, how long, how long did you really need to figure it out?
Hey tubers, I'm here in Garden Grove near Disneyland. I got a nice little, I don't know, 1,300 square foot suite. So I figured I'd show you. First of all, got the convection 2-burner dishwasher and an actual full-size fridge. Microwave, of course, sitting here. We got a living room here, flat screen. We got a couple beds there, and got a washroom in there, tub. I can't wait to actually have a bath instead of a shower. And we got more room over here. We got the another big bathroom, another big bedroom. I mean, we're talking, this is huge. So that is how I'm rolling here in SoCal. I think I'm gonna survive. Yo tubers, we're cruising Compton, and Compton is RV friendly because we've got a lot of RV boondockers here, so heads up boondockers, Compton loves RVers. I'm gonna show you.
Crazy feeling and I wanna go. Honey girl, I'm trying to say what you mean to me. You're more than just a moment of my history. You got me, baby, you got me. Sugar is clear to me that you're more than this. A one-way ticket to eternal bliss. You got me.
Hola, ¿qué pasa, amigos? We are in Watts Towers, the beautiful art installation here in Watts, which many gringos are very scared to come to for some reason, because it's a bad neighborhood, they say, but it's actually quite peaceful. There actually are missing dog posters on the pole, so how bad could a neighborhood be if they got missing dog posters?
Are they colored or are they black and white?
Some are colored, some are black and white. That is my driver's voice you're hearing. She's shuttling me forth hither and fro on these dangerous neighborhoods.
Hello, tubers.
Hello, tubers.
More than just a moment of my history. You got me, baby, you got me. Sugar, it's clear to me that you're more than this. A one-way ticket to eternal bliss. You got me, baby, you got me. Honey girl, I'm trying to say.
Gotta have a donut at Randy's.
I felt so funny by the break of dawn. It must have been the lady I was dreaming of. She got me, she got me. I poured my coffee and I read the news. I thought her legs were pancakes but I couldn't choose. She got me, oh yeah, she got me. I've got this crazy feeling and I wanna go.
Yo, I'm at Muscle Beach, and I guarantee I will not pump any iron for you here in California.
Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free.
I'm just stopping at the Dairy Queen to get some ice cream. Woo! Well, tubers, I'm in Hope, British Columbia. And Hope is noted for the famous First Blood movie being shot here, the first of the Rambo series. And there's actually a gas station somewhere over there, I remember, that was blown up. It no longer exists, of course. But Hope is a quaint little town, and it's kind of where all the mountains begin, and what I consider the real Canada begins, because most Canadians live in cities, contrary to what others might think.
I don't know what it is. For years I've kept my feelings grounded. Yeah. Yeah. Shit out there, we like to party. Listen up, yeah, it's time to start it. And I know you got it. You with me, let's rock this party. All the girls on the side say, and all my fellas on the side say, tonight we're gonna fly high to the skies, 'cause we're gonna have a taste of the good life. Here we go, here we go, here we go up. We're gonna rock this club till it goes up. Yeah, we're gonna live a good life.
So, we have a RV terrorist here on the north shore of Oahu. This is RV Crazy. You would not recognize him because of the
the beard. He's changed his name to Akbar.
Oh, jeez.
Akbar Crazy, is that correct? Is that the new channel?
Carpenter with RV Crazy.
Okay. And here we are doing the first Hawaii RTR 2018.
Yep, no vans.
And no van.
Minivans. There's minivans.
There's minivans. Minivans.
But that's about all.
But what a beautiful day, isn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Beautiful day. It's probably a high of 82 or so, and can't complain. We're in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's your first trip. I've been here many times, so what's your impression of Hawaii so far?
You know, it might be too nice. That's about all.
Too nice?
Too nice.
You're gonna complain it's too nice.
Yeah. Too many roosters.
Too many. Okay, well, let's check out the beach. So we have another RV nomad here. Let's have her speak about why she's in Hawaii and what she's doing here and where we are.
Hi everybody, my name is Teresa and I own a A-Class 2013 Thor Ace, but today we are in beautiful North Shore, Hawaii, one of my favorite places in the absolute world to visit. And the reason being is because I was once stationed here for 7 years and I fell in love with the area. So we're here today to do a RV meetup of sorts. I'm looking forward to this. Don't see a lot of RVs in Hawaii, but I know there are probably some people who live in their vans, so it'll be exciting. This lifestyle is definitely one that I've fallen in love with, and it's just great to be here and experience this beautiful weather.
Pass me by, girl. Listen, baby, it ain't no lie, girl. And I can't deny that you're so that booty caught my eye, girl. Listen, you don't have to be.
So this is Glenn. Glenn came out here all the way to Hawaii to meet us. Tell us. So as crazy as it sounds, Glenn, tell us all about yourself and what you're doing here in Waimea Bay.
I'm here in Waimea Bay because why not?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Actually, our son flows out here to visit his family and the grandkids over New Year's, and we're leaving in a couple of days, and it has been just fabulous.
It's great weather, isn't it?
I can't believe I come all the way here. I have to come all the way to Hawaii to meet a Canadian.
And he's from Washington, right next door.
Yeah.
And almost Canadian.
Almost. That's right.
I've been there a couple times.
If he shaved the beard, we'll let him in. That's awesome, Glenn. Hey, thanks for showing up. That's great. I appreciate that.
I appreciate this is so cool. I mean, to meet people, it's been so much fun down here, and it's part of the attitude that you run into people that you've seen for a couple of years but never met.
Well, hello, tubers. Today I'm coming to you from the McMinnville, Oregon Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum. This place is undoubtedly one of the greatest air and space museums on the entire world. This place has got MiGs, it's got Messerschmitts, it's got the X-38 NASA re-entry vehicle, it's got some Titan missiles, and let's not forget the SR-71. And most importantly, this is also home to Howard Hughes' Spruce Goose. Now, the scale of this place is unbelievable. There are 2 major buildings holding all these artifacts, and it actually could take you days to really carefully look at every exhibit. And to be honest, if you are an expert at aviation and you love this kind of stuff, each exhibit you could look at for an hour, and it probably wouldn't even do it justice. There's also a wonderful theater that shows 3D IMAX films. But getting back to the scale of this place, it is huge and bright and wonderful and really shows the entire history of aviation through many interesting exhibits. Now I'm going to let the experts weigh in. I'm just going to show you some of the amazing stuff here, and you can just have your eyes take a good look. Now, of course, the big attraction is the Howard Hughes Spruce Goose, and the scale of this baby is unbelievable. The wingspan, of course, is mind-blowing with so many other aircraft just tucked underneath it. You gotta come see the Spruce Goose. It'll just blow your mind. And to think this thing actually flew once.
So come on down and check out the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum. It's really not too far of a drive from Portland, Oregon, and definitely worth every penny of the admission. So in the meantime, folks, stay safe, keep your wheels in the ground, and I'll talk to you soon. Over and out.
And you can force me down as long as I'm open, like a rose that already found.
We're at the International Marketplace, I think?
Yeah, International Marketplace. About to hit up the beach. Got my boogie board.
Boogie board. He's gonna get his boogie down.
Yeah.
Woo. So we'll show you what it's like around here. And
Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha. Hey, wait a minute. Who
was that?
Who was that?
It looks familiar.
Who was that? Who was that? Who was that?
I don't know.
Is it really? Is it really Driveway Steve? You know what? You haven't posted a video in months, dude, bro. You haven't posted a video in months, and now we know why. You're hiding in Hawaii.
I'm here to get away from you.
But the question here is, will you lose or gain? Do I wanna know why? Really wanna know why? Some say live and let live. You care enough to be free. Keep on no matter come what may. Some say misery loves a little good company. But what I need is to fly high away. This is a case of separation. Mistake the bitter for the sweet. And when the world is in rotation,
Required editing to make it suitable to be shown